Dear student, welcome back to our NIVS home school. This is Shiuly Saha, assistant teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, morning shift. Student, today I am going to take your computer class for the student of class 4. Today we will discuss page number 20 and 21 from your book. So let's get started our class. Okay, chapter 2, hardware and software. Today we will discuss about hardware and software of a computer. Now objectives: hardware, software, CPU, components of CPU, memory unit and processing. Objective, that means we learned from this chapter about this topic. Okay, hardware, software, CPU, components of CPU, memory unit, processing. Now first one, hardware. Hardware represents the components of the computer that can be seen and touched. Hardware is physical in nature. Example: monitor, mouse, keyboard, printer, etc. Student, here hardware, that means that refers any parts of a computer that we can touch it and we can see it. Like monitor we can see it and we can touch it. Mouse, keyboard, printer, at the same way. Okay, we can touch it and we can see it. So it has this type of instrument, this type of parts of a computer have physical in nature. Okay, have components that we can touch it. This type of components we can touch it. Software is a set of instructions performed by the computer. Software is logical in nature. So software is one kind of instrument that we cannot see it, we cannot touch it. Example: Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, etc. Okay, so software is a set of instructions. Now different types of software are here given. Different types of software names: system software, application software and utility software. Now difference between hardware and software. Here are given some differences between hardware and software. So we will see here. Okay, hardware, first one, hardware is the physical parts of computer. We know hardware is the physical parts of computer and software is the computer program. And on the other hand, software is the computer program, and without software we cannot run our computer. Number B, hardware is physical in nature, and number B, example, number B, the features of software is a logical in nature. Number C, example, monitor, mouse, keyboard, printer, etc. and number C, example, MS Word, MS Excel, MS Paint, etc. Now CPU, the full form of CPU is central processing unit. So what is the full form of CPU? The full form of CPU is the central processing unit. In human brain, all the decisions are taken by the brain of the human. So in human brain, all the decisions are taken by the brain of human. Similarly, all the decisions of the works of computers are taken by the CPU. CPU is the brain of computer because any task performed by the computer is controlled by the CPU. So student, CPU is the brain of computer because any task performed by the computer is controlled by the CPU. It is also called heart of the computer. What is also called? Computer is also called, CPU is also called heart of the computer. Components of CPU. There are main three components of CPU. With these components, the computer process its all operations. Okay, with these components, computer runs their operations. Components of CPU are arithmetic and logic unit, in brief we can say ALU, and number 2 control unit CU, and number C memory unit MU. So with these three components, computer run their CPU run their functions. So student, that's all for today, and there is no homework for today. So you have to learn this chapter thoroughly at home. Thank you all of you. See you in next class.